Question 7, we have two functions f of x 3 upon 2x plus 1 and g of x 1 upon x plus 2. We have to find the range of f. Now, as f of x is equals to 3 upon 2x plus 1 and the value of x is greater than 0, we can see that as we substitute values of x that are positive, the whole function, the value of the whole function will keep on decreasing. As the denominator will start increasing, the value of the function will start decreasing as x is greater than 0. So we know that f of x will always be, it cannot be negative, so the f of x will always be greater than 0. What we also know is that the value of the function f of x cannot be greater than 3 as we substitute values of x, the value of the whole function will start decreasing. So we can say that f of x will be greater than 0 and the maximum value will be 3, and that 3 will only be reached when the value of x reaches infinity. So we can write that f of x is less than 3 and greater than 0. For the function g of x, which is 1 upon x plus 2, we know that g of x, again over here, as x is greater than 0 for g of x as well, as we start increasing the value of x, the whole function, this whole function will basically approach 0. Now, also considering the fact that if we take a very small value of x, let's say 0.00001, this value, this function will start approaching infinity. So the minimum value that g of x can take would be 2, as let's say if this value, if the value of x was max, or we can say infinite, this function 1 upon x will be, this expression 1 upon x will become 0. So the minimum value of g of x will be 2. And as if we can also take very small values of x, which will make the function infinite, so we can say that g of x will be greater than 2. Now in part B, we have to find an expression for f g of x giving our answer in the form ax upon bx plus c. So f of x is 3 upon 2x plus 1 and g of x is 1 upon x plus 2. So for f g of x, in place of x in the function f, we'll substitute the whole function g. So we can write it as 2 into 1 upon x plus 2 plus 1. Simplifying this, we'll get 3 upon 2 upon x plus 4 plus 1, which is equals to 3 upon 2 upon x plus 5. Now taking LCM in the denominator, we'll have 3 upon 2 plus 5x upon x. So this can be rearranged and written as 3x upon 2 plus 5x. In the next part, we have to find an expression for fg inverse. So we already have the function fg of x, which is 3x upon 2 plus 5x. So for finding the inverse, first we write y in place of the function. In the next step, we exchange the values of x and y. So this will become x equals to 3y upon 2 plus 5y. Finally, for finding the inverse, we'll make y our subject. So cross multiplying, first we get 2x plus 5xy is equals to 3y. Bringing y on one side, we'll have 5xy minus 3y is equals to minus 2x. Taking y common, we get y bracket 5x minus 3 is equals to minus 2x. Finally, our answer for fg inverse of x will be minus 2x upon 5x minus 3. This can also be rearranged and written as positive 2x upon 3 minus 5x.